Today we are going to cover basic medical terminology and common abbreviations. There are just three basics to terminology, and that involves understanding the root word, which is usually in the middle, the prefix at the beginning, and the suffix at the end. And we take these and we can change these in medical terminology to change the meaning of the words. An example of this is myocarditis. Myo is a muscle. That is the prefix. Cardio means heart, and itis means inflammation of. So when you see the word myocarditis, you know immediately that we are talking about an inflammatory condition of the heart. There are other terms that we can take the same kind of example and use. For example, ologist is a suffix, meaning the study of. If you take that suffix and take a prefix like cardio that we just talked about, put cardio in front, ologist, the suffix on the end, that word then becomes cardiologist, meaning that that is a physician who studies the heart. There are other examples. Ophthalmologist. Ophthalmo refers to eye. Ologist again refers to study of. Therefore, when you put those words together, an ophthalmologist is a person who studies conditions of the eyes. These are a few examples of using root words, prefixes, and suffixes. Another example, if we take the root word therm, T-H-E-R-M, therm, that root refers to heat. You can take therm, put the prefix hypo in front of, and make it hypothermia, which means less heat. You can use the suffix meter after thermo, which now gives you a new term, thermometer, meaning an instrument to measure heat. So we take words apart, and this is how you learn medical terminology. Again, know your root word, then your prefix and your suffix. Put those together to make one word. There are other prefixes and examples we can use. Itis always means inflammation of. That is a suffix that you can attach to certain prefixes and change the meaning. Itis, inflammation of. Tonsil, referring to our tonsils in the back of the throat. Take the root word tonsil, add itis, it becomes tonsillitis, which means inflammation of the tonsils. The same thing with appendix. If you take the root word appendi for appendix, add the suffix itis on the end, that becomes a condition known as appendicitis. So these are words that we can use with prefix, suffix. Another common one is ectomy. You want to know that one. Ectomy means to cut out. When you see this term, for example, let's go back to the appendix. If you take appendi, add ectomy to the end of it, that means you cut out the appendix. That's a surgical procedure. Same thing for tonsillectomy. Tonsils and ectomy. That refers to a surgical procedure where we cut out the tonsils. Those are just a few of the prefixes, suffixes, how we can change them to make different words. Then we have some basic words that we want to emphasize so you know anytime you see it what it means. Micro is another prefix. Micro means small. No matter where you see micro, it means small. If it's microscope, that means we're looking at small objects. So look at the beginning, again, the prefix, put it with a core word to come up with the definition and what that means. Macro is the opposite of micro. If I have macro anything, that means it is enlarged. For example, macrostomia. Stoma means mouth. Macrostomia means that I have a large mouth, or mega means large. So any of those words can be used interchangeably.